Hey guys, welcome to my first ever Minecraft tutorial video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this bad boy. Well, not exactly this one in particular, but yes, we are going to be making a modified mob grinder into a creeper farm. It is going to be quick, easy, and simple for you to follow along, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get this bad boy started, and here we are. This is the color coded version, so that way you guys can follow along what we're gonna build here. It's really easy, really simple, but we're gonna make it even easier and use color codes. You don't have to use these colors, you don't have to use these blocks, but this is for tutorial purposes only, so that way you can see what goes where and how it looks. So to jump on down into this chest here, these are going to be the minimum requirements for a 1 tier creeper spawner. All right, the chest and hoppers vary depending on how big you want your storage. So if you want your storage to be 10 blocks deep, you have, your separate hoppers for those, and each one, like I said, is color coded for the different parts of the build. So let's get started with the base. So for the base, you're gonna want a 4x4 base. So let's build this base really quick. And the reason why you want a 4x4 base is because you need your collection system in the middle. So in the middle of your 4x4, the 2x2 center is going to have your chest and hopper system. And this is where however many hoppers or however much you want to collect comes into play. So that's all up to you guys. So if you want a lot of storage, or if you know any other way to get more storage, like automatic shulker loaders or anything of that sort, you can add that here. But make sure that you have a 2x2 for the chute in the middle, and then you want to place your hoppers on top, making sure the tail part of the hopper goes straight down into the chest. You don't want, your hoppers, whoa boy, you don't want your hopper going into another hopper and then having all of them actually just loop around in a circle, because you'll never collect the items. You'll just clog up your hoppers, and then your loading won't work. Alright guys, so this next part is very, very, very important. I can't stress enough how important this part is. So if you want this to be an EXP farm, to where you can stand down and punch their little toes and get EXP, you want this next part to be 22 blocks tall. So that's 22 on 8 separate sides. Okay? 22 blocks tall. Now, if you just want to be lazy like me, you can have this anywhere or any taller than 24 blocks. So 24 is the minimum. Any higher than that works just fine. So for tutorial purposes, we are going to use our 3 stacks and make our chute here we're going to make it exactly 24 tall on each side. So I'm going to do that and be right back. All right. So once you reach the top of your desired height, so whether they just fall straight down and die, or they fall down and they're half a heart from death, you're going to need the next color or your next block, which is going to be for your water chute. All right, this is where they're going to fall down, hit the water, and get pushed to the center, where they will fall down the chute towards your hoppers. All right, so let's grab those blocks. They're the blue ones for me. And we're going to start building them out. So the easy way to do this is count this block as 1, and we're going to go out 7 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so that should be a total of 8 blocks from the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whoops, 8. All right, so now it's 8 blocks. So when we place our water here, it'll flow and end on the edge of this block right here, and the creepers will fall down to their demise. All right, so we're going to do this on each side, and then we'll continue. All right, so one thing I forgot to mention, because I literally just thought about it while doing this, is you could actually add ice or blue ice where these blocks will be, or where these blocks are, because this is where your water stream is going to be, and this can potentially increase the speed at which the creepers move along the excuse me, move along the water stream. So I'm not 100% sure on which is better. I have not tested it yet, but if you have the resources to do that, do that. It's not mandatory. You don't need ice. I repeat, you do not need ice for this part, but it can help move along the creepers a little bit faster than just the regular water and blocks. All right, so the next part that we are going to work on are the walls. These guys right here that are going to go alongside of your water streams, okay? I don't advise putting water in just yet because it can potentially push you off to your death if you're not building over water. Now, excuse me, the reason why I am building over water is because it actually helps the spawn rate for our creepers. There are no other mobs that can spawn in this area but our creepers. So we'll get more creeper spawns and nothing else. Now, to get our walls around our water, we're going to add a temporary block here. And then build up 2. Now, the reason why we go up 2 is on this top level, we are going to have our trap doors. And the reason for that is mobs will see a trapdoor and think it's a solid block and try to walk across. Well, when it's down, they'll walk off into the water. Now, you don't need to have these on the bottom, but it makes it more efficient. It actually helps mobs walk off the edge instead of walking around and getting clumped up on one particular block and then initially bumped off. All right, so we're going to go around and build up our walls 2 high all the way around our water columns here. All right, so one thing I did forget to mention is make sure you place the trapdoors to the top of the block. If you place them at the bottom of the block, the creeper, when they fall down, they will actually hit this. Even no matter if it's up or down, they'll hit it and then get stuck. So you want to make sure that your trapdoors are at the top. All right. So now that we've done that, the next part that we are going to move to is here, the floors, the floor or the spawning pads, if you will. All right. So you can see here, we're going to be using the lime green. Well, I'm using lime green. Like I said, you can use any block that you want that's not prismarine, because mobs don't spawn on prismarine or bottom slabs. Okay. So we're going to go down to our chest and we're going to grab this. This is exactly how much you need for one floor. So we need 3 stacks, 4 and 64 trapdoors and 24 slabs. All right. So how this is done, it's really easy. We're just going to go in and fill in all of this area. It should be a 7 by 7 area. And we're just going to fill it in. And once you do that on each side, you'll have something that looks a little like this. All right. Now, for the next part, we're going to lay our slabs down. It's really, really, really easy. And the reason why we put slabs down is because we want to stop everything else from spawning except for creepers. Okay? Spiders spawn, and they need a 3x3 area to spawn. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this entire area needs to spawn a spider. So to stop a spider from spawning in this area, simply place a block down or a slab down in the corner, and then you count 1, 2 over and place another slab. 1, 2 over, another slab. All right, and we're gonna do this throughout each one of the grids or the spawning platforms. So again, you place one in the corner, 1, 2 slab, 1, 2 slab, and it'll be on the edge, and then our trapdoors. Okay, so then we're gonna continue slab, 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 and your spawning platforms should all start to look like this guy. All right. So to do one more, slab, slab, 1, 2, 1, 2 slab, 1, 2 slab, and same goes for here. All right, and now it'll look like this. All right, now the only thing that will spawn here once we add the walls and the roof to our first layer is creepers. Okay, easy peasy. Now the next part are the walls. All right, so depending on, we'll go back, depending on how many layers you want this to go up, depends on how many blocks you're going to need for your walls. So if you want just one layer, I'll show you in a second, you're not going to need, you only need like 4, maybe 5 stacks of blocks, you know, whatever building block you'd like to use. And if that's not the case and you want to make more levels, where the roof is, you're just going to replace the top of the roof is going to look like this, a spawning platform. So you're just going to make another spawning platform, 2 blocks, well, 3 blocks, over the initial platform. Okay, so we're going to grab our blocks here. Boop, boop, boop. And we're going to come up. And this part's really, really easy. You just go 1, 2, 3, and you build your blocks all the way around the outer edge of your new spawning platform. So once you are done, it should look like this. Now for the next part, this really depends on you. Okay, so if you want more spawning platforms for more creepers, go ahead and add another layer. So you add another spawning platform, 1, 2, 3. So the third block, or it'll be a 2-block gap, and then you'll add another spawning platform. Okay, but that's, again, that's up to you. Now for tutorial purposes only, we are done. This is almost, well, we're almost done. The next part we have to do is the roof and how we actually get only creepers to spawn. All right, so let's grab down, let's jump down to our chest here, and we're gonna grab the last remaining blocks, which would be for the roof, and we're just gonna start filling it in. Remember, you need a 2 gap and then the roof. That's why we made the walls 3 high. All right, so we just go through and we're gonna fill in the roof, and once you're done, it should look a little bit like this. Okay, so that is the completed roof. Now to make sure nothing spawns on top, since these are full blocks, you can either use carpet to cover the entire top, or you can randomly spam torches or some type of lighting on the roof. What I like to do is something, you know, just because I have the material, is make a little decorative top with half slabs. so that way nothing spawns, because using torches can potentially give you a light glitch, which will mess up the spawns on the inside. Now, for the inside, you can put torches down or have torches down so nothing else spawns, because right now skeletons and zombies can still spawn. Now, to make this an only creeper farm, you want to take more trapdoors and crouch or sneak walk and place trapdoors at the top. Now, the reason for this is because only players and creepers can walk under blocks that aren't completely too tall. Zombies and skeletons cannot walk or spawn in these areas. So make sure you have a ton of trapdoors, and you're gonna fill in over all of the spawning platforms. So like this part here, that's over the trench to the water, you don't need to fill that in. So you just go through and you're gonna fill in all of the areas that have spawning platforms. Okay? And again, this also is going to vary for material wise depending on how many levels you have for a spawning platform. Alright, and once you're done, we're going to add our handy dandy water to our spawning area, and this will be complete. And it's going to look a little bit like this. Once you're done, everything will be, well, depending on what trapdoors you use. I like the dark oak because they look like little candy bars. So yes, once you are done, this is what it should look like. You have your water in, and it'll all stop on the edge of each chute block that you built coming up, and all you should see is the hoppers. And there should be no lights in here, okay? No lights whatsoever. So, that is that. Easy peasy. Oh my goodness. Quick and easy mob spawner for you. Only creepers, nothing else will spawn. You might get a few spawns on top if you do not use torches or anything other than that on top to stop spawning. So remember, make sure to use torches and or carpet or string to put on top. And the materials will vary depending on if you want to decorate it, how many layers you want, and where you're building your creeper farm. All right, so once you have finished, it's gonna take about 2 minutes for everything to actually start falling, so spawning and falling in. And as you can see, oh, we already have a few bunched up here. So let's get out of, actually, let's just do this. And these are all one click away from death, because I made this shorter than I anticipated, and boom. Now we have an EXP farm, and they can't blow us up. One hit. So you can see it works. Nothing but creepers will fall from this farm. We'll go into game mode spectator and show you. There's, oh my god, there's so many creepers. And this is just one level. That's it. There's nothing else. Just one level. So if we get this many creepers on one level, and if you multiply the levels by 3, 4, 5, depending on how much resource you have and how much time you have, you can be getting so much more gunpowder. It's absolutely ridiculous. So let's go back to creative here. And you'll see, like, they'll just start, well, this guy's just like hanging off. Yeah, see, like, they'll walk off the edge and boop, because he thinks that's a full block. So he'll just walk off, hit the water, and bye-bye. So here is your creeper farm, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this is helpful, and I hope that you two can make this easy creeper farm and be swimming in gunpowder and whatever else explosives you need. So, this is your boy Vale, and we're getting out of here. Peace.